20 seconds to go. One last gasp for Edmonton. Bouchard's pass didn't click with Draisaitl. 12 seconds to go. Florida trying to end it up against the wall, which would be fitting. 3 seconds to go. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup. For the first time in their 30-year history, the Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions. They made it about as hard on themselves as they possibly could, battling a valiant Edmonton team that had rallied from adversity all season long. And Paul Maurice, coaching lifer, 30 years in the National Hockey League, has his Stanley Cup.
What the puck is going on?
This is What the Puck is Going On for May the 12th, 2025. It is Monday and a fresh week to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. We were wondering last time we were on the show on Thursday if we'd have any series that would be over with. And the question to that is no. All four are still alive. So we move on with whatever game we're going to be at in the series for each respective playoff matchup. And 2 games tonight. We have a couple of game 4s in which Carolina will host Washington. They're up 2-1. And then the Oilers, again, more dramatics with the Golden Knights and all these other teams with the late comebacks. The Golden Knights score with less than a second left to win in Edmonton the other night. Game 4 there, 2-1 in favor of the Oilers. So what do we have here tonight? Do we get a couple of teams where, Carolina's just a heavy favorite here, minus 265 to Capitals. I've seen plus 215, plus 230, 3-1 on the 60-minute line. I mean, they beat Carolina at their own game 2. Kind of hung with them, and then the game kind of got out of hand here. Obviously, Carolina is a very, very good home team. That is a tough place to play. But are the Capitals that bad that they're just going to fold their tents? I'm not so sure. And obviously, you need to score goals. Getting shut out in the playoff game is not to your advantage. But, I mean, you're getting all the great numbers on the Capitals again tonight. Again, 3-1. On the 60-minute line, you're getting plus 215, plus 230, depending where you're looking at to win in overtime or in regulation. And then over 2.5 goals, you're getting a nice plus 116 with as well. So there still are plenty of good betting opportunities here. I think over-under is at 5.5. All these games have been under, just kind of like how we said that they would be. But Washington can beat Carolina at their own game if they get a strong goalie performance. Then, with Logan Thompson, maybe that keeps them in there. Frederik Andersen, he's been a tough customer to beat as well on behalf of Carolina. Let's see. The Andersen saves are at 21.5 and 26.5 for Logan Thompson. I think the Capitals just kind of tie it here. I mean, we were right the other day, Thursday. This first road test was going to be a tough one. And all the Capitals have to do is steal one of these on the road to get home ice advantage back. And if they go back to DC at 2-2, then I think they're going to be satisfied. with a chance to go up 3-2. So kind of a must win for sure for the Washington. I think we get an outstanding effort from them tonight. I don't think people are expecting much from the Caps. That's why they are a good bet or play here on a Monday night. I just don't want to take the obvious pick. I mean, you got to lay 1.5 to get minus 102 on Carolina. Minus 260 is the regulation and overtime line for Carolina. That's just too much. The under is minus 128. Over is at plus money over 5.5. And if we do get a game that's going to go over, I think this is going to be this one, a pivotal matchup in which the Capitals do need it. You're bound to get their best effort on the road here, and even a good effort from Carolina at home to get you over that 5.5 goal mark. Plenty of good guys paying off for goals here. I see John Carlson at 9-1. He's already scored in the series. Alexei Protas, he's had a goal in this series, is at, plus 420. McMichael's plus 390. Ovechkin, plus 180. So you get a great number on him as well. You got to figure he's going to can't go the whole series without scoring once. So maybe it's tonight. Jacob Chychrun is at 8-1 for himself. Guy like Nick Dowd, 16-1 to score. Lars Eller, 11-1. Anthony Beauvillier, plus 950. So plenty of good numbers out there on the Caps to experiment with. And then in the later game, we have Edmonton and the Golden Knights. Golden Knights playing their best effort and being stingy and getting the job done against Edmonton late the other night in Game 3. I'm going to go with Edmonton here. I think they're going to rebound after that tough loss. They know they don't want to go back to Vegas at 2-2. So there's going to be an emphasis here for Edmonton. I think if you play them in 60 minutes, that might be your best bet here. Let's see. Your 60-minute line for Edmonton is at plus 125, so you do get a plus number there. Plus 186 if you lay the puck and a half with the Oilers. So decent numbers all the way around. Let's see here. I didn't look at the Capitals puck line. Let's just take a quick look at that as well. Minus 2.5 for Edmonton is at plus 320. I don't think I'd do that, but I could lay a goal and a half at plus 190, I think, or even the regulation line of the 60-minute line to get plus 125. The team goals. Edmonton over 3.5 is at minus 102. Vegas over 3.5 plus 114. So they don't give you a 2.5 with Vegas here, as the over-under is at 6.5. Inflated with the juice there at minus 134. All right, Capitals. Actually, let's take a look at a couple of the goal scorers in this one. Dave likes Mark Stone. Nephew Dave, he's on his way to a Capitals watch party at 220. Nugent Hopkins, plus 290. I'm going to tell you, him or Kane are going to get involved here at plus 290. That's a good price for both of them. Even a Riley Smith for Vegas at plus 460 is tempting. I had Adam Henrique the other night. He didn't do anything for me at plus 650. I don't know if I'll go back to him or not. Pietrangelo has scored a goal for us already at 8-1 for him tonight. So there's some good goal scorers for sure. And then on the Capitals, let's go rewind to that real quick. We take a look at that. And I want to take a look at one more thing with the futures as well. The Capitals on their puck line tonight, plus 520 minus 1.5, plus 1060 minus 2.5, 25-1 at minus 3.5 for Washington. All those are tempting numbers. They really, really are. Let's see here. For the futures, beginning of the season, we had a Winnipeg, Washington ticket. Let's see if that pays about the same as it did when we took it early in the season at this point, considering everyone's down on these two. I mean, the Caps are 12-1 to win the conference, so not as bad yet. Winnipeg is at plus 750, but these are better odds than you've got in quite some time. $10 wins you 1,095 if you're going to take the Capitals and the Jets to meet in the Stanley Cup. This is your chance. You can only get, I mean, obviously, if they go down 3-1, either one of those teams, I don't think they're going to make it. Down 2-1, you still have a decent chance to still win that series and even advance through the next series. So at 100-1 odds or 109-1 odds here for the Jets and the Capitals, I think this is your last stand to get a great price if you want to do something like that. All right, a couple games tomorrow night. Let's go ahead and clarify that. Just one game tomorrow night, Jets and Stars. And then Wednesday night, we'll come back with the Panthers and the Maple Leafs, Oilers, and the Golden Knights. And then on Thursday, we have Hurricanes and Capitals game 4. So they'll get a couple nights off before that goes back to the Capital One Arena. And then we will be back up in Winnipeg for a game 5 on Thursday night with the Stars and the Jets. All right. Over the weekend, just taking a quick gander at things ahead here. Game 7 of the Caps and Hurricanes would be Monday night if we get there. Panthers and Maple Leafs. We could have a game to be determined on Sunday. To be determined. Oilers, Golden Knights would be Sunday as well. Not known times even announced for that. And then Saturday, we would have Capitals at Canes. That is a game that will happen. Am I correct? No, we might not. I mean, that could be over by then if the Hurricanes take care of business. And the same with Dallas and the Jets. So we could be left hockeyless over the weekend if these teams were to wrap things up. Or if we're still playing hockey over the weekend, we're going to have an exciting ending to round 2. All right, so we'll take the Caps tonight. We'll take Edmonton on the 60-minute line, and we'll take some long shot goal scorers. I like John Carlson at 9-1, and go ahead and give me Nugent Hopkins at that plus 370 number for him. All right, guys, good luck on your tickets. This is What the Puck is Going On here on the Deep End Broadcasting Network. Back tomorrow night, Tuesday, May the 13th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Puck drop in less than an hour in Raleigh. All right, guys, good luck. Go Caps.
What the puck is going on?